Oh, come on, Jack, smile, for heaven's sake. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Jack, don't look so miserable.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You sure there's nothing bothering you?
No, I'm all right.
Jack, you seem as if you have something on your mind.
Really?
Do you want to talk about it?
No. Well, I should.
So there is something.
Yeah, I should have mentioned it before.
Oh, what is it?
Come on. I'll tell you over lunch.
All I asked was why you decided to leave Mr. Rolfe's party afore anyone else. There's no need to fly off the handle about it.
Yeah, well, no wonder. I'm sick and tired of all these accusations.
Calm down, Tony. Mr. Sayers isn't accusing you of anything.
Yeah, not directly, but you know as well as I do what he's getting at.
Oh? What would that be, then?
You probably think I was involved in the break-in.
Oh, I didn't mention the break-in, did I, son? You did.
Well, if you must know, I left the party early because I had to meet my girlfriend. No other reason.
Well, now, that's all I wanted, a civil answer to a civil question.
I don't know why you've got it in for me, Mr. Sayers. I don't mind if my work isn't up to scratch, but it is.
Well, I never said it wasn't, did I?
Then you better stop having a go at me. I mean it for your sake.
Oh? Oh, is that supposed to be a threat or something?
I'm just warning you. Because if you don't stop having a go, I'm going to complain about it to Mr. Rolfe. When he gets back, I've had enough.
Am I interrupting?
No, just a few personnel problems, that's all.
Oh, I better have a word with him. If that lad doesn't start treating people with some respect, then I really will have a go at him. Then he'll have something to complain about.
Bill, wait a minute. Why don't you let him cool off for a while? Maybe you should, too. You might get along a lot better if you talk after lunch.
I wouldn't hold your breath on it. And I'll be the Jolly Sailor if anyone wants me.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lynn. You've caught me on a bad day, you know what I mean?
It's all right, Bill.
So, what are you up to?
I was in the area. Thought I'd stop by and see if you'd made any plans for lunch.
No. Why?
You have now.
Tell us when my table's ready, will you? Well, Robert, good to see you again.
And you.
I was sorry to hear about Sir John's resignation.
He didn't resign, Francis. He was pushed.
Any idea who was responsible?
I was about to ask you the same question.
Oh, I've no idea at all. Gratefully, I was away from it all, abroad on business.
But that doesn't necessarily isolate a senior member of the board.
Well, it isolated this one. Sit down.
Thank you. I was rather hoping you might have had some advanced warning on the new chairman.
No, I don't think you need worry too much on that score.
You know who it is?
I know him very well. Decent sort of chap. Cheers.
Cheers.
Vanessa, wait a minute. Let me try and explain.
You've already explained. It's just a pity you didn't before.
I only found out on the eve of the wedding.
You still should have told me.
I didn't want to spoil your big day.
So you let me believe everything was all right, knowing full well my brother was responsible for Avril and Laura losing all that money.
Look, Vanessa, try and not get yourself so upset.
Really? You do surprise me. I must confess I have a kind of sneaky admiration for him.
What, Ken?
Well, no one can ever say he doesn't try.
Giles, you're not actually considering doing business with him, are you?
I said I had a sneaky admiration for him. I didn't say I trusted him.
That doesn't answer my question.
Naturally, I declined his proposals.
And what about my proposals? Do we move in on the Puelma Corporation or not?
When the timing's right.
Ken may not be the only person to recognize that the company is vulnerable to a takeover bid.
Laura, we live in a free market economy. If somebody else wants to compete, I'll compete.
Yes, but the outcome may not necessarily be a foregone conclusion, Charles, even for a businessman with your reputation.
All right. What's your point?
The point is that Gerald knows of our plans for Puelma.
I'm perfectly well aware of that.
And if Avril were interested in a takeover, that might give her an unfair advantage.
If Gerald were to accept her offer of a position, then yes.
I have it on very good authority that he already has. Gerald Urquhart now sits on the board of Relton Marine.
How could you exchange wedding vows knowing you were deliberately keeping something like that from me?
Listen, Vanessa, I was only doing it for your benefit.
Leave me alone, please. I need to think, to spend some time on my own.
the first time we sailed to Bishop's Point and back?
How could I forget?
Dad certainly had an uphill struggle teaching us to sail.
Oh, come on, Lynn, you're unnatural. I was the one who couldn't wait to get my feet back on dry land.
Dad was right, you know. There's nothing like getting out to open sea.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
It offers a different perspective, which I think you and Abby might need right now.
Tried bringing Abby out to talk, but it didn't work.
Perhaps she didn't want it to.
Could be. She's changed. I just don't know who the hell she is anymore.
Well, if you think she might put up a fight for Thomas's custody, I don't think it would hurt having a man like Charles Freer on your side.
Oh, I still don't understand why he wants to help me. I'd have thought he'd sign with Abby.
Not if she doesn't do what's right for his grandson.
Yeah, well... William's also his grandson.
In name, yes. But look who's bringing him up. Orrin's parents. William's more of a Hudson. Thomas is different.
Would he stay that way under the influence of Charles Freer?
I've compiled a breakdown of our manufacturing costs.
Good.
I've also summarized the sales forecasts, but I don't want to inundate you with too many facts and figures.
After overseeing such a diverse operation as Freer Holdings, I've developed the capacity for retaining rather a large volume of information.
And you're not operating at full capacity yet?
No, not yet.
In that case, I'll get you some more reading material.
This association that Railton has with Pearlmer is basically what? A distribution agreement?
Yes, basically. They have sole European rights to our entire range.
If you've got a copy of the agreement, I'd rather like to go over the small print.
Sure. Any particular reason?
Well, working closely with Charles has given me access to a great deal of inside information. It's put me in a very awkward position. I mean, I've signed contracts, agreed to honor confidentiality.
It's all right, Gerald. You don't need to explain. I understand totally.
Yes, however, putting all question of ethics aside, I think you'd make a pretty inspired guess as to who else is interested in Pearlmer.
Charles.
That's why it's important that we go over any agreements that Railton may have with the company.
All right. But top of my list of priorities is this Pierre Chalon situation.
Well, I'm afraid he does have a case against Railton for illegally trading on his company's name.
Do you think Charles will capitalize on all this?
I wouldn't be at all surprised. Well, it's an ideal opportunity to lobby shareholders against you.
That's what I was concerned about.
Unless, of course, you can persuade Pierre Chalon to drop his lawsuit.
Well, we'll soon see. He's flying in from Paris today. We have a dinner engagement. I'd like you to join us.
Damn!
I take it there's no luck tracing David Railton.
Neither address checked out. Again.
Why don't you pass on the information to the police?
I don't happen to have their number in Rio, Jenny.
The Tarrant police? Or does that friend of yours, Jeremy, have something to hide?
Well, he's not exactly on the best of terms with them, let's put it that way.
And what about you? You don't have anything to hide, do you?
Oh, don't start that again.
It's just you were trying to do business with David Railton.
And I was taken in.
Well, I'd have thought a man of your experience would have seen it coming.
Well, David Railton certainly saw me coming. And Laura and Avril. Now, where the hell is that marketing report? Oh. Thank you, Jenny. Oh, if only that deal had been legitimate. We could have exported to South America, Australia, as well as the south of France. We could have been really on our way.
So bang goes my sponsorship, I suppose.
You'll get there. Just be patient.
Hello, Ken Masters Enterprises? Hold on a moment, I'll see if he's available. It's Abby Urquhart. She wants to speak to you urgently.
Abby Urquhart? The hell does she want?